Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Healthcare professionals can lead their careers with LinkedIn. Discover jobs by specialty, preferred shifts, and even desired salary. From mental health therapists to radiology technicians, it's now faster and easier for healthcare professionals to find the right fit. Learn more at linkedin.com/healthcare. Side effects may include faster job placement, improved work-life balance, and increased career satisfaction.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Hello everybody, I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon, and this is Self-Care Club. If you've ever dreamed of achieving a fresh, young, glowing face without ever visiting a beauty salon...
Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
I mean, it's all I ever dream of. And being able to unload the dishwasher whilst you're being treated, then we may have found the perfect solution for you, because this week we are testing out LED beauty gadgets.
All the gadgets.
All the gadgets in the world.
A lot of the time we bring you one version of what we're talking about, don't we? Like, let's say we're doing...
matcha.
Yeah, matcha. I can't think of one other thing that we've ever tried. We've only done 600 episodes. I can't think of one thing.
Pelvic floor trainers. Actually, we have tried two versions.
Yeah, we have tried two versions. But usually we only bring one product, like one version of the product that we are talking about in the main. But this week, it's different. We have done a whole host of research for you clubbers. We have done all the research for you clubbers. We have tried out 3 different types of LED gadgets.
Over a year.
If you're wondering what an LED gadget is, it's exactly what they sound like. Glowing devices that you either smooth over or strap on. Yep, strap onto your face. All in the name of beauty. It's skincare meets space age chic, basically.
So
why are you laughing at your line? Laughing at your own script. I love that for you.
Thank you so much. So why are so many people into these things? Well, if they work as claimed, they make skincare very easy. You skip the waiting room, you skip the commute, you skip the monthly bill that makes you consider selling a kidney, and instead you get to sit on your sofa, treat your face, and binge Netflix at the same time.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. But for the nerds among us, I don't think of myself as a nerd. Just
okay, you don't have to.
That wasn't nice.
You're
did
not
everybody
a nerd.
Did clubbers? Did you hear the little snigger? I'm not a nerd.
I consider myself a bit of a nerd, though.
You're not a nerd.
No,
a nerd's still a thing.
I don't know.
Nerds are not
only
a
the
thing.
sweets.
I don't like those.
I don't like them either, but Josh loves them.
Does he?
Yeah, I used to love them as a kid because you could only get them in America. So they were really cool, and also they had the double-sided box, 2 different flavors, and that was a whole big thing.
But they still have that. No,
yeah, I know, but you can get that kind of stuff over here. Nerds.
Anyway.
Yeah.
For the nerds among us, LED stands for light emitting diode. Each gadget uses different wavelengths of light that penetrate your skin at a molecular level. The red light boosts circulation and stimulates collagen to help soften lines and wrinkles. The blue light zaps bacteria and calms breakouts. And then there's yellow for redness and green for pigmentation. Now, depending on what device you get, it depends on how many colours it offers you.
Because some are just red light devices.
Yeah.
Some are multi-light devices.
Yeah.
Like a rainbow.
But like I said, clubbers, we've tried them all.
We have. Downsides, well, home devices are usually weaker than the ones that you'd find in a dermatologist's office.
I mean, that's standard though. Like if in a hairdresser's, the treatments, that the at-home treatments are never the same as the ones that you get in salon.
Same with like laser hair removal. The devices you can buy at home are great, but they're not as powerful as a salon machine.
But I think that's right, because then you're not taking away from the industry itself, and I don't think you should.
I think it's more that you can't do any damage.
Well, not with a conditioning treatment. So that's not
no,
it.
but say with bleach or with a really powerful
No.
laser on your skin.
The bleach is bleach.
Bleach is bleach?
Bleach is bleach. You can buy that shit on Amazon. But like with a hair treatment, you just cannot, you don't have access to it. Which is good. I like that, because it doesn't take away from the hair salon.
I understand that. So while they can help, you shouldn't expect overnight transformation. It's more like a slow and steady sidekick than an overnight Kris Jenner magical transformation.
I can't imagine that Kris Jenner put the LED light on her face once and looked like she does. We all know she had an amazing...
£100,000 facelift.
Was it £100,000?
£100,000.
Oh, do me a favour. He did that for free.
Well,
because she's got to be the poster girl for facelifts, right? She looks
yeah.
amazing.
They're saying that actually he cost more, but he did it for $100,000 because he knew that she would name him. Therefore, he'd get lots more work, which I'm sure he has.
Facelifts cannot be £100,000.
They're over 100,000. His is. But I mean, you know what? It's a really good one. If you're going to have one, you don't want a bad one.
I'm totally up for a facelift.
I know what you mean. I mean, I don't even believe in injecting with Botox, but I can see the point of just having one thing done and then you're like, oh my God.
After Kris Jenner, I completely changed my mind about the whole thing, because actually I think women are starting to step away, or should be starting to step away from all the fillers, because it just puffs you up and it ruins your face, right? It just does. Yeah. So I think you're much better off to have that one facelift at like the age of, I don't know,
65.
I was thinking 55.
Maybe 55. So you have some time to enjoy it.
Yeah. And then
just once.
And then you're done.
Just one and done.
One and done.
But have you got like 150 grand to drop on a facelift?
Oh, sure.
Can you pay for mine?
Sure.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
You know we work together, right?
Yeah.
We earn the same. Consistency, clubbers, is very key here. These things work best when you use them regularly, like with anything. Like a supplement is not going to work if you don't take it and it sits on your kitchen top.
Yeah.
If you're the type who buys gym memberships and then ghosts the treadmill, this might not be for you.
No.
So you do have to use it in order to see the difference. Yeah.
And lastly, price. Some of these masks cost thousands of pounds, which is a very big splurge for anyone to fork out for something that may or may not give big results or even small results.
They don't all cost thousands of pounds.
Not all, but they can go up into the thousands.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable how much they cost. But the good news is they're generally very safe.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Lauren.
Thank you.
Because you like safety.
I very much do.
And dermatologists and facialists, they all swear by them.
They do.
They really do. So there must be something in it.
And also, do make sure if you are going to go and buy one of these gadgets that they are FDA approved. It's quite important.
Okay.
It's quite important.
I do wonder though, like my kids have LED lights. Well,
around their room, the stickers. Yeah, so do mine.
Yeah. I wonder if you put that on your face, is it the same thing? It's got to be a different version of LED. No?
I would really hope so, because otherwise I could spend
it's like £13 on Amazon.
I was about to say, I could spend £11.99 on some tape.
For meters and meters and meters and basically make your own device.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Are we trying that next?
Oh, can you be bothered?
I'm
not really into arts and crafts.
I am.
I thought you might be.
Yeah. So we really did the work on this show. We have tested out 3 different products over the course of a year. We interviewed the founders of some of them, and today we are giving our honest opinions on the results. Nicole is laughing because we interviewed the founders and then we didn't use the interview.
And we didn't use the show. You know,
for
that was
reasons that we'll possibly or not go into.
But you know
later.
that was a year ago.
Yeah, I'm saying we've been testing for a year.
Yeah.
We've really put our backs into this one, haven't we?
We really have.
And are we looking 22 because of it?
No.
No, we're not. Should we go?
But that doesn't mean that I'm not an advocate for it.
Should we go through what we used just so the listeners know? Okay,
Yes.
so we started with the standard Lima laser.
Can we just say that everything that we've used has been gifted?
Yeah.
So we haven't bought anything.
No, because we'd be bankrupt if we had.
We'd be totally bankrupt, but we have been gifted everything. This is not an advertorial.
No.
They haven't paid us. So they've just gifted it to us, I guess, in the hope that they get some lovely promo. But we're going to be very honest.
Deeply honest. So we started with the standard Lima laser.
Now the Lima is like pipped as like the number one beauty product ever made, isn't it?
Price point £1,999.
Yeah.
This is what's included in the box. A handheld cold laser device. That's very important because it never warms up. So you may think it's doing nothing, but it's supposed to be a cold laser device. You also get a 30-day supply of the Lima Oxygen Mist and the Glide skincare, which is like an oxygen spray and then like this gloopy kind of serum in another box. You get a travel pouch, you get the charger.
Serum.
And you get an authenticity card. There is also the Lima Laser Pro, which is, brace yourselves, £4,995. It's exactly the same, but it's bigger, which means that you go less areas to go over because it covers a bigger area and it's a slightly shorter usage time. Okay. The Lima calls itself the first at-home medical-grade cold laser. So I
thought she said she can't call it medical grade. They can only call it medical grade in the States.
Well, this is from their website.
Okay.
So that's what they are saying.
Do you remember her saying that?
I do. That translates into normal person language into it uses low-level laser light that penetrates deep into the skin, much deeper than LEDs can, without heat or damage. And the idea is that it stimulates cell regeneration, boosts collagen and elastin, and helps with issues like pigmentation, redness, and scarring. So unlike the masks, it's one wavelength at a specific power, and it's been used in clinical settings for years, but it's now domesticated, in inverted commas, for your home.
It's not a fucking cat.
I know. And the selling point is that it is safe for all skin tones all year round.
Yeah.
No downtime, so you can just like zap your wrinkles, go to brunch. You won't look like anything's happened.
Okay, so that's what we've started trying.
Yeah. Now, can we just talk about how we got one? Do you remember? We went to a beauty show.
I do remember. Fucking hell, it was a whole thing.
We went to a beauty show. No, a wellness show. And it was really a very large
stand
room, I was going to say, full of snake oil salesmen. I mean, what they weren't selling in there.
It was it was a year ago, so it was NAD plus.
Oh, NAD. Yeah.
NAD?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was everywhere, wasn't it?
Everywhere.
And it was like the year before it was mushrooms everywhere. Then it was NAD. Now we've stopped going to them because it's just like, oh, what else are you going to sell us? But we should go. We should go back to these things.
But I saw the Lima stand and I was like, oh my God, if we do one thing today, we are getting ourselves Lima lasers.
You were so heavily focused on getting this Lima.
I was absolutely determined.
I mean, I will say it has been all over. It was all over my Facebook, all over my Instagram. It's all over Vogue, Cosmopolitan. Like it is literally everywhere. This beauty product.
And I do not regret chatting up the Italian man on the stand for the best part of 45 minutes.
He wasn't Italian. He was South African.
He was Italian.
In your dreams, he was Italian. He was South African. Right. The second one that we got gifted was the Omnilux Contour Face LED mask. And this retails at £348. I was on a mission about this. So this is a few months ago. So we used the Lima for a while. And we'll get into everything of how we found it and what the results were and what were our favourites and what we liked and what we didn't like about each individual product. Okay, the Omnilux Contour Face is a red and near infralight mask with 132 medical grade LEDs designed to boost collagen, calm inflammation, reduce fine lines and brighten skin tone. Now this is just the red one.
Yes.
The Lima is also just the red one.
Yes.
It's got flexible silicone construction that molds to your face comfortably. So it's a mask. So it sits on your face and you sort of like attach it with Velcro. It's wireless, hands-free and comes with adjustable straps, a tethered rechargeable remote and even a travel-friendly global plug.
Yeah, you can take it all over the world.
All over the world.
As I did this summer.
So did I. The routine and the treatment time, it's recommended for 10-minute sessions, used 3 to 5 times per week over 4 to 6 weeks to build up noticeable benefits. So already it's very different to the Lima, because the Lima suggests daily for 40 minutes.
Yes.
Right?
For at least 4 months. I think she said 6 weeks to 4 months.
Basically, you just got to have this thing attached to your face the whole
all the
time.
Yeah.
Many people mention improved brightness, smoother skin tone, reduced redness or fine lines within a few weeks of consistent use. And we'll get into the pros and cons of it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then the third one. Now, this was something that Lauren hasn't tried, but I have, because I like to go solo. No, I'm only joking. I happened to be, here we are back at paddle. I happened to be playing paddle.
You happened to be. You're playing every day. Not now. Because of your bad knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You...
When you were in the good old days
stop it.
of early summer, when you played 18 times a week.
Yeah.
You met a man on the court.
I did. Sounds really rude. I did.
Yeah.
And I was basically rubbing my elbow because I had really bad tennis elbows. Every time I was doing a shot, it just hurt. I was rubbing my elbow. And he was like, what's going on with your elbow? I said, I've got tennis elbow. And he says, you need some LED on that. I said, well, funnily enough, I am using LED on that. I was using the Lima. I was sitting there every night with that Lima pressed up against a pillow, just on the part of my arm that really hurts, because I heard that LED was good for it. So he was like, oh, no. He said, well, what LED have you got? I'm like, well, you're not. He looked like he was a mechanic or something. Yeah. So I said, well, you're not going to know anything about LED. So he's like, try me. So I said, it's called the Lima. He goes, I know the Lima. I know the founder. He's like, I've got my own LED company. I'm like, shut up. Anyway.
What? Shut up.
He's like, you need something else.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you some stuff. So I said to him, hold on. This is what I do. We try LED all the time. What's the name of your company? It's called Opatra. I said, I haven't heard of it. I then started looking him up. His products looked fucking amazing. Anyway, next thing I know, 3 days later, he sends a whole gift package of tons of LED stuff. I had LED coming out of my fucking nose.
Did she share it, clubbers? No, she fucking didn't. Did she keep it all to herself? Yes, she did. Should she be looking 21 today? Yes. What did you get? Share.
That's so mean. You could just lie and say that I look 21.
Oh, okay. Tell the clubbers what you got about your products.
I'm waiting for you to lie to me to tell me that I look 21. What about 41? I'll go for that. I'll go for 41. I don't even think I look 51 today. Oh, fucking hell. What did I get? He sent me, it's called the Dermasonic 2. Now, this retails at £2,999. It's a handheld device. It's much bigger. It's sort of like bulkier than the Lima. It's an upgraded Dermasonic 2 5-in-1 device that uses a revolutionary combination of a coloured red, blue and green LED light therapy to target specific areas of concern, all that we've mentioned before. And you can use the multifacial.
What's that?
Which is another setting which uses all the lights. It's got the green, the blue and the red all in one.
Wow.
So you can use that all in one.
It's handheld though. It's not a mask,
it's
right?
It's handheld.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's much lighter than the Lima. It's just it's a completely different product to the Lima.
Okay.
The non-invasive combination of modes on one device works harmoniously to help support a healthy skin function, leaving your skin feeling smoother, firmer and more youthful. Together with vibration, heat therapy and a multifacial with radio frequency, it helps improve the look of your skin's hydration and enhance overall appearance with regular use. Mm-hmm. It has a timer on it, like the Omnilux mask has a timer on it, and the timer is 10 minutes for each setting.
Okay.
So you don't have to figure out how long you've been using it for.
Okay.
He also sent me the Synergy Marble Eye, which retails at $2,499. I know, this guy was so generous. So it's basically very similar to the Dermasonic, but it's only got 2 settings on it, which is the red light and the green light. Also handheld, much smaller, much lighter, and it's for the eye area. Okay. And the red light warms, and the green light, which is for pigmentation, that cools when you're using it. It's amazing. So the red light, it targets signs of aging and stimulating collagen. Like they're all pretty similar, aren't they? And then the green light is for all the pigmentation and redness, and I think things like rosacea it's good for, and stuff like that. And that's what we got.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of LED going on.
In the universe. In our universe.
Well, in our universe.
Yeah, there is.
So we've got the Lima, we've got the Omnilux, and we've got the Opatra. Should we start with the Lima?
Yes.
So we've got the Lima, we've got the Omnilux, and we've got the Opatra. Should we start with the Lima?
Yes. I was very, 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 very thrilled that it was coming.
We
I
were
had
delighted.
Very, very high hopes.
We couldn't believe that we had bagged this very high demand product.
And it's luxe.
Proper high end, top end of the beauty industry.
Yeah. And
So it's marketed.
as I've said before, but I guess it is pertinent to this show, I don't do anything with my face, as in I don't have Botox, I don't have fillers, I don't do anything like that. So the thought of having this very expensive gadget to kind of smooth anything away and rejuvenate was extremely appealing. Non-invasive, doesn't hurt, whatever.
Well, can I just say
Yeah.
that we started using it for a couple of weeks?
Yes.
Right? And I sat there every single night, and it's like a black tube.
Yes, like a black, looks like a torch, a black torch.
Yes.
And it's heavy.
It is really heavy. And I sat there with it on my fucking face for like 40 minutes maybe even more. When I was watching TV, I would just bring it downstairs and I would just be doing it.
I would do the same. Or I would, when I got into bed, I would read a book with one hand and I would rub it all over my face, under my eyes with the other hand.
Right.
I've got a little spot of sun pigmentation on the one side of my face, and I was kind of concentrating on that as well, and under eyes and everything else. And I really dedicated myself
So did I.
to this gadget.
Yeah.
Because I
So
thought it's
did
so
I.
expensive.
Yeah. And I feel
It
so
must work.
lucky to have it.
Yeah.
Then we found out, because then the founder came on.
Yes.
And we interviewed her. And
Yes.
she basically told us, because it turns on even if it's not charged.
The light will come on even if it's not fully charged.
But it won't tell you. It gives you absolutely no other indication that it is not working properly.
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
Because the light is coming on. So
Yeah.
if the light is coming on, you will assume
It's working.
it is working. So I reckon we used it for about 10 days where it wasn't doing anything.
So she said you have to charge it every other day for proper function. So then we started doing that.
So we started again,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah.
And I felt like I'd wasted 10 days. I mean, she'd came here on the train and she had it with her in
Yeah.
her hand, didn't she?
Yeah.
She's like, I think she's got it permanently
And
attached
she
to her
also
face.
had no makeup on, not a scrap, and her skin was like glass.
Her skin was like amazing.
And she was in her 50s.
But her skin should be amazing.
Agreed. If you are going to be the face of that gadget, you should look great. And she does.
She did. I used it for months.
Me too.
Months. I probably used it for about 12 weeks religiously.
And you also, weren't you going to use it for the scar on your back? From your back
I never bothered
operation?
because it was
'Cause you
too
couldn't
heavy and it
reach
was too hard. Well, I
Yeah.
could reach it, but to sit there with it, it's heavy.
Yeah.
So using it every day for 40 minutes plus, for me, was a fucking nose.
And she was like, oh, I get on a plane with it. If I'm on a train, if I'm on a bus, if I'm in the back of an Uber, I'll just get it out of my handbag and use it. And I guess if it's your company, but I just wouldn't think to take such a heavy torch with me everywhere I go. And I'd also feel a little bit self-conscious probably doing that in public. But also 40 minutes a night, every night,
At least 40 minutes.
is a lot.
And daily.
Yeah. And you've got to hold it on each area for 3 minutes.
That's right, yeah.
At least before moving on to the next.
And it's not very big,
No,
is it? It's
no.
about what?
The head is small.
2 inches?
Yeah. About
Wide?
2 to 3 inches wide. Yeah. It's a very small head.
So to move it around your face, like one bit here, but for 3 minutes each time, it's just so boring.
I agree.
It's so boring. Anyway, I stopped using it because I wasn't seeing any result. Were you?
In the beginning, I kind of felt like maybe I was, maybe under the eyes, but then I didn't see any kind of improvement or difference. I didn't see any difference. And if I'd seen a difference, I think I would have carried on. But she was like, take photos at the beginning and then take photos.
I did.
I did too. I was like, no, nothing's changing.
Nothing's changing. And I really, really committed myself. And then because it's such a big thing to do not big thing, I'm sitting there watching TV, but because it takes such a big piece out of your day every day, I'm sorry, I want to see results after 12 weeks.
Me too.
They weren't, I didn't, so then I just couldn't be bothered anymore. And then I just stopped using it.
Me too.
So then what happened was I really wanted some LED. I really wanted us to have some masks.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to sit there holding this thing every night. And I wanted something that worked. So then I started reaching out to all different LED companies, and Omnilux came back to us, and they were just so lovely to deal with, and they sent us the masks very quickly. And that's when we started using the Omnilux mask, 3 months ago?
Yeah. You also don't have to put any serum or mist or anything on your skin before you use it. You can just use it. In fact, I'm pretty sure you could use it on top of makeup. I can't see why not.
You can use the Lima on top of makeup as well.
You can,
she
but
said.
she likes you to put the glide on so that you can glide it over your skin.
But that glide was disgusting.
Sticky. I found
it was
very
like
sticky.
So gloopy.
Yeah, I agree.
But
didn't like
any
it.
of these products, I don't like sticking on my skin because I break out.
So there's nothing with the mask. It's just a mask.
Yeah, it's just a mask, and it just has adjustable straps, and it's really easy. And you put it on, and you just sit with it on for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even sit with it on. I either do it at night, in which case I'm lying in bed anyway, so I'm lying in bed, or more often than not, I put it on in the morning before I get dressed. And because it's on a self timer for 10 minutes, I stick the remote bit, the on and off button, I just stick that in the pocket of my dressing gown or whatever I'm wearing.
And get on with your life.
And I make the bed and I put away the laundry and I empty the dishwasher and then it's done. And I'm like, wow, I've done my skincare and all the chores.
Yep.
My favourite thing about it comes in this big flat box and then there's a little piece of card, rectangular piece of card with the instructions on, and I was like, well, I can't read the instructions, I don't know, but this was what I loved at the top of the instructions. This really made me laugh. The Omnilux Contour Face is hands-free and completely portable, meaning you can read a book, cook, clean, or watch TV instead of being bound to an outlet. And I thought, are those the only options for women? Read a book, cook, clean, or watch TV. There's no option of like
send an email,
run your business, be the CFO of a company. Like that's it.
Yep.
That's all we're doing all day. I did find that very funny that the word like work
but it also
wasn't in there.
It's not saying that it's just for females.
But would you put on a male-led product? You could read a book, cook, clean, or watch TV. You wouldn't put that, would you? And also there's a photo, an illustration of very much a woman wearing the mask. I thought that is really funny.
But isn't it interesting that the LED, like all skin ages and all skin has pigmentation?
Yes.
It's not just women that have this problem.
Of course not.
All of these products are only aimed at women.
But Nicole, we're not allowed to age.
I know.
You do know that, don't you? We must remain looking
young
at all
but
times.
I just find it really fascinating. Like Adam would never, ever be remotely tempted to stick this mask on his face.
I mean, would he even ask you to? Would he be like, can I try it so I can? No.
But what's interesting, and did any of your sons?
No.
But my girls, the minute I had it on my face,
Yeah.
I have a 14-year-old, nearly 15, a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old. And the minute they saw me in this mask, they were like, what's that? Like so intrigued.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's good for your skin. Let me try it. And they've both absolutely tried it. I mean, they can't be bothered and they're so young, they don't need it. But they were very curious about it and very happy to try it.
So the first time I put it on was in bed and Ollie was like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the fuck is on your face?
You do look a bit Darth Vader vibe,
Because it's a red light that glows from within. So you have like red bits around your eyes, around your nose and around your mouth where the LED
and it's a big
leaking
white
through.
mask.
Yeah.
My dog started barking.
And it was late. So he came out the bathroom. He was like, oh my God, what the fuck is on your face? I said it's an LED mask. Anyway, every time I put it on, I got the comment of like, what? Oh my God. I was like, you can stop saying that now because you've seen it 100 times.
Yeah.
Anyway, he got to the point where now he just ignores it and I just lie there. And he's like, doesn't comment anymore. And the dog, the first time she saw it, she was a bit like, where's my mummy? And she was staring. And now even she's used to it now.
Yeah, so is Miley.
She looks at me and then she's like, it's okay, it's just my mummy. She looks weird.
In fact, I'm surprised Miley hasn't wanted to put it on.
Yes, I am too, actually.
So here's the things that I like about it.
Yeah.
I love that it is a mask and that I don't have to put it on my face and it's not handheld.
Same.
I love that it's portable.
Same.
I just think it's really convenient and it makes me want to use it so much more than the lemur.
Because it's easy to use.
It's easy to use and it's convenient.
And it's 10 minutes.
That was the other thing. It's not 40 minutes, it's 10 minutes. It's not every day, it's 3 to 4 times a week. I mean, I have been using it most days because it's so easy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more freedom with it.
Yes, I agree. And all piss taking aside, after like day 2 of using it, Ollie was like, what is it for? What actually is it for? And I said, well, it's to make my skin look kind of youthful and glowy and good. And he was like, I'm not being funny, but actually your skin does look really good. And I joked, I was like, do I look younger? Do I look 21 again? He was like, actually, your skin does look really good. And I said, thanks.
So I came down. Listen, I'm not using the lemur at all anymore.
Me
I haven't
neither.
used it for about 6 months. So now I'm just using either the Omnilux or the Opatra, which I'll get onto in a minute. And I did come downstairs the other day and Adam, who literally notices nothing. I had just put on my makeup, but he's very used to seeing me in makeup. He's like, what have you done to your face? I swear to you. I said, I haven't done anything to my face. And he said, have you like Botoxed or something? I said, I promise you I haven't done anything, but I've got these 2 new LED devices. Do you think they're working? He goes, you look like you've had a really good night's sleep. Great.
That is good.
I think it's very hard to see it on yourself.
I agree. But he did say it to me again the other day. Like we were like just getting dressed on a Saturday morning and he was like, your skin looks really good. And I just thought, you know what men like? They don't really notice things.
No,
I mean, he is an observant person, but he wouldn't say it unless he really had noticed it and thought it.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks. And I thought, well, I'm not doing, as we all know, I don't do any skincare. I barely wash my face most nights. So that is the only new and different thing that I am doing.
So let me just get onto the Opatra quickly. The things that I like about the Opatra.
Yeah.
I love that it's got all different functions.
Okay.
So I go between, on the big one, on the Dermasonic 2, I use the blue light because that's for acne and I do get breakouts. So I use that for 10 minutes.
Has it helped when you've had a breakout?
Yeah, it calms everything down. Okay. And also my girls like that setting as well. So they've been using it and they do notice it just calms everything down. So if you were using it every day, I think it would help the breakout to heal a lot quicker.
Okay.
And then I use the red light because that's what when I haven't had a facial for a long time, but that's what they would do, blue, then red. So that's what I've been doing. And then sometimes if I can be bothered, I'll do the multifacial. I really like using it. It's very light. It is handheld, so it's not quite as convenient as the Omnilux, but it is much lighter than the lemur. Again, every setting is 10 minutes, so it's much quicker. And a lot of the time I put it on for 10 minutes and then I put it on again because it's warm on my face and it's very, the head of it is very smooth. So it actually feels very nice and sort of meditative when I'm lying in bed using it. So I really like that. The eye one, I absolutely love it. It only goes on when you put it on your skin.
Okay.
So that's how it's activated.
Yeah.
And it is so warm and so smooth and just gorgeous. And I just put it in like all the little creases of my face. I just really like using it.
Okay.
But when I can't be bothered to use a handheld, I've got the Omnilux. I realise that I'm in. But they're different. So it depends what you would prefer. But I really do enjoy using both the devices for different reasons.
Do you think...
Obviously, the Opatra is a lot more expensive.
That's what I was going to say to you.
Do
Do you think that it is worth $3,000?
I don't know what these... I don't know. I can't say whether it's worth it or not. I really like it as a product. And it does give you a lot more functions than the Omnilux mask.
Okay.
Because it's
has
got the green light,
yeah,
the blue
I
light,
see.
the red light, and the multifacial.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I can see why it's a lot more money,
Yeah.
because it's got like 4 or 5 different functions.
I can't comment on that because obviously I haven't used it.
Well, we
but
used a mask a long time ago
Yes,
when we
we
first
did.
did that, and it also had all the different functions.
it was crap. I mean, it felt like crap.
It felt like crap, right? Both of these products feel very luxe.
Yeah.
This Opatra, it is a luxurious product,
Yeah, it should be.
and it feels like you're using something expensive.
It should be for that price.
Yeah, but the Lima didn't feel like that. The Lima felt heavy, bulky, and uncomfortable to use, and it was expensive.
And it wasn't very comfy on the face, I have to say.
That's what I'm saying.
I have
And it
to
didn't
say.
like mold into like the molds of your face.
I
It
literally
was,
felt like I was putting a torch on my face.
You were.
And I was really, really, really disappointed.
so was I. Should we go to summary? I'll tell you the one thing that I noticed with the LED, and it's a little bit like the gym for me, a little bit of that same sort of analogy. When I haven't been to the gym, I notice. Like I can notice it in my body, I can notice it in my mood, I can notice it in my energy levels. I really notice it when I've stopped doing it. So I keep doing it and I've gotten myself into a good routine. With the LED, when I stopped using it for like 5-6 days, I felt like my skin was dulling down again. So I'm not saying I'm hugely noticing it when I'm using it every day, but I definitely notice it when I don't.
Interesting. I have noticed that since I've been using it, I wear less and less and less makeup on my skin. Now,
It has also been summer though.
I was about to say, it has also been summer, so I would naturally
And
be
you are
wearing
tanned, yeah.
less. But just like, I feel like just the clarity of my skin is a bit better. Like, I don't feel there's anything I need to cover up. And yes, I appreciate summer /tan/ whatever we all wear lighter makeup. But generally, I feel like my skin is, and I have good skin, and I don't suffer from breakouts, and I'm very lucky. So normally it's good, but it can look dull and a little tired and a little
Sure.
aging and all
Yeah.
those things. It is very subtle. Like, I don't think anyone who hadn't seen me in 6 months would see me and go, "Wow,
you look amazing.
Have you
What
done
have you
anything to your
done?" Yeah,
face?"
yeah.
Like, I don't think it's not a big difference. It's a subtle difference.
One thing I will say that is
Yeah.
a big difference for me is I don't have Botox anymore. And I haven't had Botox for maybe 18 months. And I was a real slave to Botox.
Yeah.
Every 3 months
Yeah.
I was there
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
And occasionally I look at my skin and think, oh, should I just have a little bit? But then I just sort of get into a better routine with the mask, and I stop thinking. It's not like I think, no, I don't need it. I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you add up the cost of Botox every 3 months over 5 years, it's probably the same as buying
it
a
is,
gadget,
but it's
right?
a big outlay.
It's a big outlay in one go.
I'm still on the fence about whether I'll have Botox again or whether I won't. I'm pretty open to it. If I feel really shit about my skin, then I would. But that comes with its own issues. But it has held me away from it, which I think is quite something.
Interesting. That is interesting. I think the thing I struggle with most with all of these devices is the high price point, because
But the Omnilux, which I know is still obviously very expensive, but in comparison to the other two,
it's practically free.
But
even
that's-
though it's
but-
£348.
but that is skincare for you.
I know.
So I don't think that's the LED company's fault. That is skincare. That is for even you want to go and get a facial now, a proper facial.
Yeah.
That is going to cost you somewhere in the region of 150 quid, and getting one isn't going to do anything. They're going to tell
You've
you,
got to
oh no,
have 6.
you need a pack of 3.
6 before you see proper results.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think all of this stuff is just a big outlay.
The thing that I struggle with the most with all of this is, because it costs so much money, does that mean it's really good? And the lesson I've kind of learned with the Lima is, for me, no. But I do know other people who use it who think it's really great. And then I'm like, is it Emperor's New Clothes? Is it like the more you charge for these things, the better people perceive it is? It's like, well, it's so expensive, it must be incredible. So I feel very, very grateful that we didn't have the outlay and we could test it, because I didn't find it incredible. And if I'd spent £2,000, I think I'd be desperately upset.
The Lima was Emperor's New Clothes.
I mean, it's a big statement, but for me, having done it and used it and tested it, I kind of agree. Is all LED Emperor's New Clothes? I don't know.
No,
I
don't think it is. And I really like these two products, and I feel very lucky that I get to have a mask and a handheld device.
Yeah, I like using it. I will carry on using it. I can't say that I can really sit here and say, definitely go out and buy one. Wow, what a difference. And I wish I could say that. So I'm still not sure if I'm just wasting my time. But if I am, whatever, I'm wearing a mask whilst getting on with my household stuff. So who cares?
But also, how are you going to measure it? Because you don't know how you would have looked, in 5 years' time if you hadn't used it.
Yeah.
You can't say. You just you put the investment in, whether that's time or financial, and hope for the best.
But it's a bit like, when we talk to the gut health doctor, you can't just use a mask and everything else goes to shit. And also genetics play a factor. If you've got a very, very, very heavily wrinkled mother and grandmother, likelihood is your skin will be the same. If you're a heavy smoker,
and if you're a heavy smoker, or you drink loads of alcohol every night, or you're living on sugar and fried food, then that is going to affect your skin. All these things.
So it's not a one-stop shop. You can't just have a trash life and use an LED mask and you're going to look great, right?
Yeah.
Your life shows on your face.
Yeah. Agree.
So
agree.
Nothing's magic.
No, I think that's a very good point. That is our episode on LED masks. We hope that's helpful. I hope that gives you some information if you are thinking about investing in one. We're going to link to everything in the show notes, so don't worry about that. And go and check out their websites and see what you think for yourself. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. If you want to be in touch, hello@selfcareclub.co.uk, and we'll be back next Monday.
Bye-bye.
That's the sound of the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron and the quiet confidence of ultra-smooth handling. The elevated interior reminds you this is more than an EV. This is electric performance redefined.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.